Next on KQED Newsroom.
I support moving in a new direction, taxing, regulating for adults this drug.
Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom makes the case for legalizing marijuana as polls show shifting attitudes. Money woes forced the Sacramento Philharmonic Orchestra and Opera to scrap their upcoming seasons. Why some arts companies fail while others thrive in a turbulent economic climate. And at the state capitol, the legislature tackles hundreds of bills before the end of the session, including assisted living reform, a controversial water bond, and California's cap and trade system. Good evening. Welcome to KQED Newsroom. I'm Scott Schaefer. Thuy Vu is off tonight. As Colorado and Washington state forge ahead with a now legal marijuana industry, recent polls show a growing number of Americans support legalizing pot. 4 years ago, California voters rejected a statewide ballot measure to legalize recreational marijuana use, but plans are underway to put the question before voters again in 2016. Governor Jerry Brown opposes the idea, but Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom is chairing a statewide task force to study the issue. Thuy Vu spoke to him earlier.
Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, welcome to the program.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Well, you did not take a stand on California's Prop 19 4 years ago. It's a measure that would have legalized cannabis. Voters rejected it. Why are you supporting legalizing marijuana now?
Well, Prop 19, I was a coward. Frankly, I didn't give it a lot of thought. I tried to find excuses. There were prescriptive aspects of Prop 19 that I legitimately would not argue for today, that allowed too much autonomy at the county levels and could have created a real patchwork, a regulatory patchwork that was difficult. But I admired the courage of those that put that on the ballot to begin the conversation anew on the failure of the war on drugs. Had Prop 19 not been on the ballot, you would not have had a Colorado initiative and a Washington State initiative to move forward on this debate in an implementable way, in a substantive way. So I admire that. That said, about 2 years ago, someone asked me the question, and I couldn't equivocate any longer. I couldn't share my private thoughts any longer without the courage of sharing them publicly. And I said I support moving in a new direction, taxing, regulating for adults this drug in a thoughtful way that does our best to keep it out of the hands of our children.
But how would you do that? How would you go about regulating the manufacture, sale, and marketing of recreational marijuana?
Well, that's why we put together this task force with the ACLU to ask and answer those tough questions. I think the biggest challenge with Prop 19 is a lot of those questions remain silent. While there were prescriptive aspects of that initiative, there were other things that were left silent that left a lot of people wanting, and it expressed a lot of concern about what this actually would mean. So we're trying to answer those tough questions now in anticipation of putting it on the 2016 ballot. Let me give you some examples of what that means. Is it for 21-year-olds? Or is it 18-year-olds? What are the advertising restrictions? What's the appropriate tax? If you tax too high, you still have a black market. What happens to existing medical marijuana clubs? Are you going to be in a competition? Is an appropriate tax for the medical marijuana clubs substantially lower than it is for the for-profit clubs? Do we allow anyone to have a license? Do we restrict those licenses? Who are the prioritized as it relates to those restrictions? What do we do about DUIs? All of these things, and I can go on honestly with a dozen other questions that we're asking and then now answering in this task force that I think we legitimately have to look people in the eye and be able to respond to before the initiative finds its way on the ballot in 2016.
So obviously a lot of questions. There are polls showing now that a majority of Americans support legalizing marijuana, but yet still a lot of concerns. According to Columbia University's Center for Addiction and Substance Abuse, about 9% of adults who use marijuana do become addicted. Opponents say it could be the gateway to other more dangerous drugs. Kids could swipe their parents' cannabis supply. How do you respond to all that?
Yeah, I think all those are legitimate concerns. I get it. Look, I have 3 kids. I don't want to see them using and abusing the drugs. I don't like the drug. I don't like the smell. I don't want to see it at parks and playgrounds. I don't want to see people walking down the sidewalks smoking marijuana. Quite the contrary. I don't like drug abuse or drug use. That said, I don't like the war on drugs even more. It's a war on people of color. It's a war on poor people, and it's an outrage, and it's got to stop. We have to own up to the fact we spent 40 years drumming the beat of this war on drugs, aggressively expand our criminal justice system, and we've wasted $1 trillion, and yet the drugs are more plentiful, more powerful and potent than ever. So we have to own up to this, and I think this is where you start, and you have to have an honest and thoughtful conversation. You can't be flippant about this. I don't know of a parent that wants to see their children using and abusing drugs. There are real and legitimate concerns about brain development for very young people, young teenagers that are using this drug. It is a powerful drug. That said, incarcerating people, wasting money on the criminal justice system, continuing to perpetuate a mythology that we can do it in a way that does not discriminate, I think that needs to be questioned. We need to be judged to a much higher standard, a thoughtful standard. Time to regulate, time to tax, time to focus on doing our best to create harm reduction strategies around the drug use.
Having said that, though, you talked about the war on drugs, but do you run a risk here of creating a different kind of crime? For example, Colorado, where legal marijuana was legalized, this year. Law enforcement officials there are now noticing a new problem, which is they have documentation showing that marijuana from Colorado has now shown up in 40 other states, selling for up to 3 times the price.
Yeah.
Are we risking creating a new black market?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, all these things need to be worked out. And I think, look, you have to be open to argument in this debate. You can't be ideological about it. And if you are ideological, you're not going to persuade a lot of people that may be on the fence on this. I think most people now, and your polls sort of bear that out, agree that something needs to change. And there's been a real push now, people saying, all right, maybe we should just decriminalize it. All of a sudden now there's a different debate even happening there because some people have had the courage to talk about legalizing it. Even folks on the right, Rick Perry, Grover Norquist, and other interesting folks that have been out front on this. George Shultz for years and years. William F. Buckley in his day was talking about this. Milton Friedman in his day was talking about moving in a different direction. Most people would acknowledge the idea that the federal government has in their Controlled Substances Act a schedule-run drug, marijuana, sitting side by side with heroin and LSD, and above in terms of its potency and problems, above methamphetamine and cocaine, that's absurd. And it's time we become more mature on this topic, have courage of our convictions, try to bring people that are concerned, parents, bring people that are concerned in the criminal justice system on to a conversation or on board a conversation where we can work through those black market concerns, work through the legitimate cultivation concerns, the issues of edibles, which are real concerns that I have, particularly as a parent, and how we actually do this in a very thoughtful and judicious way.
And real quickly, when will the task force
we've been together for about a year, and we've now got a series of subcommittees, and we hope by the end of this year we're going to have a report that will begin to inform a real discussion around an initiative that will start getting signatures around this time next year.
Okay, and before I let you go, I want to ask you real quickly about the Bay Bridge. There are allegations that Caltrans not only accepted substandard work, but also tried to silence engineers who were critical. State Transportation Secretary Brian Kelly is now ordering the CHP to investigate. Do you think there should be a criminal investigation?
I think there should always be an investigation of the facts, and whether that's criminal or a more traditional investigation, that's above my capacity at this point with the facts that I've been presented to judge. That said, if the allegations prove to be true, people need to be held accountable. This has not been an easy project for the state, and its impact is so much bigger than the Bay Bridge. It impacts people's confidence in a high-speed rail system, and perhaps more problematic than anything else, will impact people's judgment given the opportunity, which they must be soon, to address the #1 issue, infrastructure issue in the state, and that's water and water bonds. So we need to be held to a higher rate of accountability, and if something was done wrong, people need to be fired and need to be, I think, we need to, as taxpayers, be confident that we're doing everything we can to be honest and thoughtful about that.
All right. Well, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And now a look at the state of the arts in Northern California. This week, the Sacramento Philharmonic and Opera canceled their upcoming seasons in the face of financial problems. The decision leaves Sacramento as the only U.S. city of its size without an active symphony orchestra. Earlier this year, San Jose Rep filed for bankruptcy. And in San Francisco, Intersection for the Arts, the city's oldest alternative arts organization, scaled back operations and furloughed its staff. And yet, as some companies struggle, others are clearly thriving. What's behind their success? Joining me to provide insight are Mark Bamoudi Joseph, Artistic Director of Yerba Buena Center for the Arts in San Francisco, Rebecca Ratskin, Senior Consultant with Wolf Brown, a national arts consulting company, and Tom DeCaney, Cultural Affairs Director for the San Francisco Arts Commission. Welcome to all of you. And let me begin with you, Rebecca, if I may. When we hear the news coming out of Sacramento, as we did this week, San Jose earlier, other organizations struggling, is there a common theme that you see, or is each story unique?
Well, you know, every story has a little uniqueness because every market is different. However, every organization is dealing with the same challenges of a changing environment, both in terms of demographics, in terms of general consumer behavior, the role of social media in decision-making and consumption, the changing patterns of music consumption via Pandora and Spotify. That's really changing the way that people engage with the arts in general and changing funding mechanisms.
So when we hear about a cancellation of the season, is that a shock, or are there a lot of warning signs along the way?
It's hard to say. I can't really speak specifically to Sacramento, but some are shocking and some people have heard about for a long time. There have been so many stories now, I wouldn't say that in general, looking at the field, that it's shocking anymore.
And Tom, how does the city assess the sort of the play, the field of play in San Francisco? How healthy are the arts from your perspective?
Well, San Francisco's lucky in that we have the largest number of arts and culture nonprofits per capita of any city in the country. So we have a very robust arts ecosystem. That said, we know the cost of living challenges and the affordability issues we face in San Francisco are a huge barrier to the thriving arts community, and we are seeing out-migration of artists to the East Bay and out of San Francisco, and our arts and culture nonprofit organizations, many of them are struggling for affordable real estate. The city recently has allocated $2 million to help mitigate that displacement of nonprofit arts and culture organizations, but we have a lot of work to do on a policy level to look long-term at what these solutions are.
And Mark, when you think about building an audience, what does that mean today? Because everyone can have an audience on their YouTube channel, on their social media, whatever it might be. So how do you go about that?
Yeah, well, you know, when you mention YouTube, you mention social media, I think that is part of the fallacy, because those are platforms for entertainment. And I think historically, the symphony or the theater or the ballet are places where inspiration happens. The market share for entertainment is oversaturated. You can have 1 million views on YouTube, but that doesn't necessarily qualify you as an agent of inspiration. And I think where our literary agents are, where our countercultural spaces thrive, are when we tap into audiences that are looking to be inspired over the threshold of entertainment.
And part of that, Rebecca, or any of you really, is about building new audiences, younger audiences, more diverse audiences.
Yeah, I mean, as you were speaking, Mark, I was thinking about, well, where is there a potential connection? Not necessarily to dumb down the art, right? Because we don't want to remove the inspiration, but can we work with digital strategies and live strategies to create that connection and bring people into a more intensive and interactive environment that they're seeking? I mean, that's really, people want to be engaged.
Yeah, I agree, and you know, one of the ways that I think we've been successful at Yerba Buena Center is through diverse revenue strategies, but no one has kind of pulled the magic lever of monetizing virtual space, certainly not in the context of non-traditional art spaces. But I think that the question begs us to wonder, at what point are we trying to activate our audiences?
What do you mean activate?
Well, are we introducing audiences at the point where they are witnesses to objects, witnesses to a play or witnesses to an opera, or are we engaging them at the point of the inquiry, the point where the light bulb goes off for, you know, the generative audience?
So not a passive observer, but a participant, maybe.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, beyond being participatory in our form, I think that we can be collaborative at the kind of point of inspiration. We can be more pedagogical, I think, in our approach to sharing audience and sharing ideas.
And Tom, when you look at the landscape of arts organizations in San Francisco, how do you assess how healthy they are? Or are they doing that for themselves, or are they too small sometimes to even figure that out?
Well, it really varies, and I think there are a lot of indicators that we look at to the health of an organization. The robustness of the audience and the participation of those audiences, how reflective they are of San Francisco and our visitors to San Francisco, and their balance sheet, their financial picture, and are they able to diversify revenues? Are they able to draw audiences, but also are they able to seek investors, people who are willing to invest in their work, and are they challenging audiences to think, and is it dynamic, and is there a high quality of artistic excellence? And I think this point of the arts is kind of critical to critical thinking and inquiry. They're critical to a democracy. The arts are really reflective of our human condition and where we are as a society, and that's what artists do, is they kind of remind us of our moment in time, but also set a course for the future.
And when you think, Rebecca, of the size of an organization, do larger organizations have an inherent benefit or a disadvantage, or does it really depend?
It really depends. I think a lot about capacity for organizations, both in terms of doing and learning and implementing. And often I think about capacity as being one about prioritization.
And capacity, when you say, what do you mean?
Capacity means a lot of people think that large organizations do have the benefit because they might have a larger budget, they might have more diverse income streams, they might have more staff, but they still struggle. They still struggle for money. They still struggle for audiences. It's just we're talking about different levels of scale. And
they're less nimble probably as well, right?
And they're less nimble. Organizations like orchestras traditionally, opera companies traditionally, are planning their seasons out 3 years ahead of time. So even if somebody decides to cancel a season, there are other contract issues.
When you go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was going to say, I think it's also important that they're part of an ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So those larger organizations might have union artists, and that's a really important part of the ecosystem, especially in a cost of living like San Francisco, that we need to understand that they also fuel emerging artists, and they invest in emerging artists through other platforms, and that those emerging artists are also critical to their success.
Sometimes when you go to some of the larger organization venues, the ballet, the opera, the audience is not that diverse in terms of age, socioeconomic status, race, that kind of thing. How important is diversity in cultivating diverse audiences, and how do you do it?
Well, I think we want to tie the structural integrity of all of our cities to the cultural stability and diversity of the arts, as manifested, in the arts. Now, how do you do it? Again, I think that rather than look along lines specifically of demographics, that we should begin to think about psychographics, right?
What do you mean?
Well, psychographics. So, what do we have in common beyond age or gender or race? What are the personality types or aspects of character that we are collectively or mutually drawn to? And I think that, some of the institutions that you mentioned continue to validate the primacy of the object itself, that the opera itself is the reason why you should go, as opposed to the people that will be at the opera. Being part of the ritual of performance is another reason to attend.
And do these all arts organizations need to think about diversifying what they're presenting, making it perhaps shorter, more interactive, adding film to symphony, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of to this point of audience development is about programming. It's not just, we talk a lot about it in the context of marketing, but we're starting to talk about it more in the context of programming. So what is it that appeals to people? And talking about diversity is important in terms of talking about being relevant to your community, however you define diversity. And
I would add, in the city of San Francisco, we have a grant program called the Cultural Equity Grants Program, and that is happening in many organizations successfully in San Francisco, and that happens in small, mid, and large-sized budget organizations. But there is that happening successfully, and I think San Francisco and the Bay Area, generally speaking, has helped leading the way about investing in that work.
All right, exciting and also very turbulent times in the arts. Thank you all very much, Tom DeCaney, Mark Bamoudi-Joseph, and Rebecca Ratzkin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The number of assisted living facilities has doubled in the last 25 years. While the industry has grown dramatically, there's been little regulation or oversight. KQED Public Radio is airing a series on assisted living. And joining me now is KQED News health reporter April Demboski. Hi, April.
Hi.
So let's begin with a quick primer. What is assisted living and how does it differ from, say, nursing homes?
Nursing homes are for people who are really sick, people who may be living with a feeding tube or a ventilator or otherwise need round-the-clock care. Assisted living is for folks who don't need that kind of medical attention, but just need a little bit of help to live independently. So assisted living will provide 3 meals a day. They'll provide help with managing medication or, getting bathed and dressed in the morning. Really basic care.
Yeah. And what's behind this explosion in the number of assisted living centers?
Well, so the number has been growing. A number of people have been moving into assisted living facilities. But part of what's also changing is that the people who are living there are also growing a lot older and a lot more frail. And so you're starting to see the population living in assisted living start to look a little bit more like the population living in nursing homes. However, the care hasn't kept up and the regulation hasn't kept up. So there's no requirement for a nurse to be on staff, for example.
And one of the things you reported this week on KQED is that it's difficult in California, relatively speaking, to get information, to find out before you put a loved one in assisted living what kind of reputation they have, what kind of record they have.
Exactly. So, some of the facilities will have their own website, but that's really a marketing device. A place where you can go to get objective information doesn't exist in California, despite the fact that we have it for a hotel or a car or anything else that you want to shop for. And that's one thing that some lawmakers really want to change. They want to see all information about citations and complaints posted online where people can find them.
And other states already have that, right?
A number of other states already have that, make it really easy for consumers to shop and compare. And what's really terrible about that is that there are some really egregious things that have happened in California. People who have died in the care of assisted living, suffered really serious injuries. But most people can't really, there's no way to really find it.
And it's scary because this is a big decision. A lot of times people put a loved one in assisted living and they can't be there all the time personally to check in, right?
Exactly.
And so there's some legislation in Sacramento, the package of bills. Give us a sense of what are some of the things that they would address? Well,
there's one bill that would require the state to develop a consumer-friendly database. Now, the state has, in the last 2 months, actually, just started to put some information online. It only lists the number of citations or complaints at a facility, but it gives no detail whatsoever. This system would require them to put an easy rating system in place, a kind of 1 to 5. There's also legislation around fines. So, for example, if somebody does die in the care of assisted living and the state determines that it's the result of neglect of the staff at an assisted living facility, the maximum fine is $150.
So this legislation would toughen that up.
It would toughen that up, raise it to $15,000.
Yeah. Well, Scott Detrow in Sacramento, assisted living legislation has been a little under the radar up there. One of the most pressing issues, however, is water. So joining us now from the state capitol to talk about that, our Sacramento Bureau Chief, Scott Detrow. And Scott, give us a sense of, as of today, what's happening with the water bond. There's already a water bond on the November ballot, but legislators want to change that, right?
That's right. They think that the bond that's already on the ballot, which was passed in 2009, is just too expensive. It's over $11 billion, and the argument is, given all the problems California has had with debt in the last few years, there's just not going to be a voter appetite to approve something that large. So they want a smaller bond, and there's a lot of argument over what to put in that bond and how big it should be. And they're really up against the deadline for getting this on the ballot in time. Everybody thinks that that'll come Monday at the latest. If there's no bond agreement by Monday, that's probably it.
And we've, of course, heard allegations that there's a lot of pork in that bond that's already on the ballot. What are the things that they want to strip out of it, and what do they want to make sure is in it?
What they want to see in it, there's broad agreement that there should be money for new water treatment programs, for water recycling programs. There's been a lot of concern about groundwater during this drought. The aquifers under California are just being sucked dry by people tapping into them. Everybody's pretty much on board with spending money treating that issue. The big sticking point is that a lot of Republicans and a handful of moderate Democrats from Central Valley communities want enough money to build at least 2 new reservoirs, and they say that'll cost at least $3 billion. But Governor Jerry Brown says he doesn't want to spend any more than $6 billion, and there's a lot of hesitance from other Democrats to use more than half of the water bond on reservoir projects that they're skeptical of.
And Scott, just in the minute or so we have left, there's also another issue up there, cap and trade. The state's landmark legislation to reduce greenhouse gas emissions is already being implemented, but there's some concern that maybe it's being implemented too soon, or they want to maybe put the brakes on a little bit. Tell us what's going on there.
Yeah, cap and trade goes into a new phase next year, and beginning next year, you're going to have to account for the fact that the carbon and other greenhouse gases that gasoline in your cars burns off. That means gasoline prices are going to go up, according to a lot of studies that are done. There's a big pushback from the oil industry and from a growing number of Democrats who represent poorer communities saying, let's slow this down, let's wait till the economy has improved a bit more and delay that implementation a little bit.
And I can't imagine environmentalists, who are usually allies of Democrats, are too happy about that.
They are not happy. They are very upset about that. This is a top priority for Governor Brown and a lot of Democrats and a lot of environmentalists. And the point they make is that if you delay gasoline and other transportation fuels, it's pointless because they make up about 40% of California's greenhouse gas emissions.
And so just quickly, the chances of this moving forward, any changes on the implementation timeline?
I think you're going to hear a lot about it going forward, but the chances of a change going forward are very slim. That's because, like I said, Governor Brown simply wouldn't stand for that and would likely veto anything that got to his desk, and it probably wouldn't get there to begin with.
All right, Scott Detrow, KQED Sacramento Bureau Chief. Scott, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And April Demboski, health reporter for KQED. Thank you as well.
Thank you.
And for all of KQED News coverage, please go to kqednews.org. I'm Scott Schaefer. Thuy Vu will be back next week. Thanks for watching. Good night.